Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive into Verizon 5G home internet. You hear about it, this promise of like super fast wireless internet.
Right, avoids all the usual cable company hassle.
Exactly. So our mission really is to cut through that marketing noise, the simplicity pitch, and figure out what you actually get.
Well, the initial pitch is strong, you got to admit. The price point, it's competitive, like $35 to $60 a month, depending on if you bundle phone service.
Yeah, that's attractive.
And the terms are just straightforward.
Yeah.
No contracts, no annoying data caps. Plus, they guarantee that price for, what, 3 to 5 years?
That is refreshing in this market, definitely.
Totally.
And the setup part, that gets a lot of attention. You basically just plug in this little white cube they send you.
Yep, wait a few minutes, connect. Done.
No waiting for a technician, no drilling holes in your wall. It sounds almost too easy, like the perfect modern internet. But is that simplicity maybe hiding some issues? Like, what about those speeds they promise?
Yeah. That's the core thing, isn't it? The advertised range, 300 up to 1,000 megabits per second, it is completely, utterly dependent on your specific location.
So it's like a lottery.
Exactly. Or sources call it the location lottery. It's huge.
And the difference can be pretty stark, right?
Oh, absolutely. We saw examples like someone in LA might actually hit that 1,000 megabits. Awesome for them.
Right.
But then someone else, maybe in a Detroit suburb, pays the exact same price, and they top out at maybe 100 megabits.
Wow. And it's super localized, too. Like, moving just down the street could change things.
Yeah, the sources showed even a 600-foot difference from the tower can make a massive difference in your speeds. It's that sensitive.
Okay.
And then there's the ultra-high end. If you happen to be, like, right near one of their ultra-wideband towers,
Yeah.
the UWB ones.
The millimeter wave stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
High frequency needs that near line of sight. If you have that, you might see speeds way over 1,000 megabits. We're talking 1,200, maybe even 2,400 megabits sometimes.
So the potential is definitely there.
Huge potential. But, coverage is everything.
But all that speed, even the potential for 2,400 millibps, it doesn't mean much if the connection keeps dropping, does it? What did the sources say about reliability?
Right, and that was the biggest surprise, honestly. Kind of a hidden plot twist.
Oh.
Multiple users reported this really disheartening pattern that service works great, like flawlessly, for months sometimes.
Okay, that sounds good so far.
And then suddenly it just starts dropping, constantly. You're rebooting the little white box multiple times a day just to get it working again.
Ugh. Any idea why?
It often seems tied to, well, environmental stuff. Things like network congestion during peak hours, when everyone jumps online.
Just doesn't make sense.
Or bad weather, even physical obstructions. Maybe a new building goes up nearby, or just like trees getting leaves in the summer. It can all impact the signal.
And those drops, they're not just quick blips.
Sometimes they are, maybe 30 seconds. But other times it's longer, like 5 minutes. Enough to totally kill a work video call or freeze your streaming right at the good part.
That's incredibly frustrating. And what happens when things go wrong? Is support helpful?
Well, and this is where it gets really bad. We found one documented case, just extreme, where a user spent over 400 hours.
400 hours?
Yeah, waiting for a resolution. On a single service ticket, they were initially told, oh, we'll fix this in 72 hours.
That's unbelievable. 400 hours that's not just inconvenient, that's a nightmare.
It's lost time, lost productivity, just immense frustration.
Okay, so let's try to sum up the trade-offs here.
Yeah, so when it's stable, it's actually pretty decent. Like 86% of users in one report said they were satisfied when it worked. It's fine for just browsing, streaming 4K video, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But that unpredictability, the sudden drops, that makes it a complete deal breaker for anything critical. Serious online gaming where latency matters, forget it. Important business calls where you absolutely cannot drop. Risky. Very risky.
So pulling it all together, Verizon 5G home internet, it offers this potentially amazing value, great price, simple setup, maybe incredible speeds.
Yeah.
If you live super close to the right kind of tower, and if the service decides to stay stable for you, otherwise it feels like a pretty high-risk gamble.
That initial simplicity, the plug-and-play appeal, it definitely masks that potential back-end complexity and frustration.
Right. Which leaves us with this final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. The setup takes, 5 minutes? No technician, no drilling? Super convenient. But are you willing to trade those 5 minutes of easy setup for the potential of spending, 400 hours battling support if things go wrong? Where does that true trade-off really lie for your needs? Something to think about.